A very good evening, everybody. It is the game that we've all been waiting for at the 2019 Copa América. Brazil against Argentina here in Belo Horizonte in the first of the semi-finals. Simply put, the luster never fades. The history speaks for itself, but not so much here tonight a case of who dares wins, but of who could possibly cope with losing. An era proving less than exceptional for both these mighty nations. The wait for a trophy has been too long. Brazil's last triumph at the 2002 FIFA World Cup. Argentina empty-handed since they last claimed the Copa América all the way back in 1993. And for one, it ends again here this evening. In this tournament, Brazil have sparkled at times. They, of course, have home advantage, but the memories of their collapse here in the Mineirão against Germany remain. Argentina, frankly, fairly awful to begin with in this tournament, and waiting still for their greatest talents truly to make their mark. And in that sense, now or never. So many Messi-led near misses and disappointments, and who knows if this ends in tears as well for him. This really might mean it's all over. Quite honestly, we get a lot of hype and inflated rivalry nowadays, but this unquestionably is the real thing. No one can guarantee a great game of football, but it's genuinely a great footballing occasion. So is this the night Brazil really put their mark on this home tournament? Very sound defensively so far. Alisson yet to concede, but they are forced to make a first change to the back four in the tournament. Felipe Luis gives way to Alexandro, who replaced him during the course of the last two games. Casemiro returns from suspension and displaces Alan in midfield. 2 goals apiece so far for Coutinho and Everton. Firmino has got 1, and while Gabriel Jesus still waits to score in a tournament proper, he did convert the decisive penalty in the shootout against Paraguay after Brazil besieged the penalty box without making a breakthrough in normal time. And a full complement of subs tonight: Luis Felipe, Fernando and Richarlison, all over their injury troubles. So to Argentina, after the win over Venezuela, an unchanged side for the first time from Scaloni in this tournament. Juan Foyth deployed as a right-back, let no one down last time out, and he, Leandro Paredes, Rodrigo de Paul and Lautaro Martínez all stood up to be counted during a turbulent group phase, the new generation, while the aging heroes Agüero and Messi still have made little impact by their own admission. The referee tonight is Roddy Zambrano. Not a referee, the Ecuadorian, with a particularly high profile in South America, I must say. So a big night for him. Leandro Gonzalez leading the VAR team, hopefully seen and not heard from, if we could put it like that. Teacher said he's slept intermittently, if at all, over the last 2 nights. And Scaloni, part of this brains trust, entrusted by the Argentine FA with putting on a good show in this tournament, but only a temporary man in charge at this point. Might all be different if Argentina win here. So Argentina, the Albiceleste, get us underway against the Seleção, a celestial pairing in every sense. It's not often graced with beautiful football. Winning is too important, and winning absolutely the only thing that counts here tonight. The hustle on Paredes immediately. Here's Alexandro. Huge night for him, of course, coming into this side. We know about his capabilities. Felipe Luis let nobody down, but the wear and tear in his mid-30s of playing a succession of games at this level has just taken the edge of him. That's the word from Brazil's camp. Not the first return by Brazil to the Mineirão since that Germany demolition job. They have beaten Argentina here in a World Cup qualifier. Game goes on. Firmino looked across, and he must have been offside. But he was entitled to keep going. Now, to me, that is one of the biggest problems with how this tournament has been conducted. When the flag goes up that late, almost requiring the VAR then to intervene. And Firmino has found that out the hard way earlier in this tournament, in the game against Venezuela, when Brazil in all had the ball in the net 3 times. 2 were ruled out by the VAR, and 1 is even now quite difficult to fathom. So hopefully we're not in for more of that tonight. Brazil setting about Argentina here early on. Here's Otamendi. Floated out to Tagliafico. Given away by the Ajax left-back. Here comes Dani Alves. Gabriel Jesus will just about get to it. Well recovered by Tagliafico. And again, brisk to say the least from Dani Alves, in hard on Marcos Acuña. Marquinhos. Alexandro looking for Everton down the Brazil left. Pezzella dragged out of the middle. Everton, the new star in this tournament team for Brazil. Philippe Coutinho wants to get on with the first corner, and they have Casemiro back. Casemiro did the damage early on against Peru from a set piece. And both of Marquinhos and Thiago Silva so adept at getting the first little flick on if Coutinho does drop it into the corner of the 6-yard box. That's where it's gone again, and Argentina were ready for it. Not quite gathered in by the tongue. Has lifted the public affection level, I think, in Brazil, having Everton in the squad. The disconnect at times has become all too apparent between these global superstars and the home public and the huge football support here in Brazil, but having the Grêmio player in alongside Coutinho, Firmino, Gabriel Jesus has really helped. And of course Arthur, a big success in this tournament, only left Grêmio last year for Barcelona. Well, they have to build on that goodwill tonight, Brazil. It's charged down well by Lautaro Martínez. Still no touch for Messi. Casemiro was in there breaking up play. Won by Firmino. Firmino superb in the game against Venezuela for no reward, really. Scaloni edging Tagliafico to get as tight as he dare against Gabriel Jesus. I don't think it was against Tagliafico here, actually. May have been for the second one, and Gabriel Jesus not very happy with the double teaming there. It may have been Rodrigo de Paul forcefully in. Nothing Firmino could do with that one. Armani has let nobody down, the Argentina goalkeeper in this tournament. Very, very solid, and a huge penalty save from him in the game against Paraguay. Their plight might have been an awful lot worse but for that, as they stumbled to recover from their opening defeat against Colombia. Ultimately they drew 1-1 with Paraguay and then got the show going with the win over Qatar when Lautaro Martínez got the early goal. And a huge, huge sigh of relief for Argentina. Agüero weighed in with one later. Better performance all round against Venezuela in the quarter-final from Argentina. But they know there's so much more they could still bring to the table. Gabriel Jesus, is mown down again. Paredes. Foyth under pressure. Gabriel Jesus still down. Looks like he's in for the treatment tonight. And it's de Paul who wins a free kick for Argentina. Despite the incredible rivalry between these nations. Backstage, as the teams came out into the tunnel area just before you joined us, there were some lovely scenes, players who know each other on both sides embracing, a lot of goodwill, such great respect between them. But now we're down to business. Messi got hustled. And there's another one. Gabriel Jesus, and the Argentina players are now complaining that Gabriel Jesus is making too much out of it, but it's Tagliafico who gets yellow. Messi is going to lead the delegation to have a discussion with the referee Zambrano. On and wincing at the early treatment handed out here tonight to Gabriel Jesus. Yet again, it won't be a long summer holidays before they're back to club duty, but of course for one, the holiday starts tonight, given that there's a third and fourth place playoff game, which is always so hard to raise oneself for, and who knows if the likes of Messi will play if Argentina do lose this one. In by Dani Alves, that's miscued by Agüero. Slightly better. Marquinhos. Back by Paredes. And then Alexandra very sharply in. Brazil first to most things early on. Thiago Silva. Dani Alves. Acuña getting up to him. More positive from Argentina here. But it goes Brazil's way. The referee here, Zambrano, has been the fourth official 3 times during the tournament. He's only actually started as the man in the middle in one game, Bolivia against Peru. But I guess if you take out maybe 6 or 8 of the top officials in South America, you're taking out Brazilians and Argentinians, who obviously could not be allowed to referee here tonight. So you need to find the neutral man. Well, there's the evidence for the rough stuff meted out here early on to Gabriel Jesus. And now he's letting the Uruguayan fourth official, Ostrojic, know all about it. Otamendi. Paredes. Messi takes over from deep, finds Tagliafico. Coutinho snapping away at Messi. Here's Paredes, who's had a fine tournament. Oh, he hits one from a mile out! And Alisson saw it coming, but it was moving very quickly. An outstanding tournament in a struggling team. And that would have crowned it from Leandro Paredes. That was not missing by much. Marquinhos. Gabriel Jesus restored with a little bit of bandaging on that left knee. Thiago Silva slides it out to Everton. Not quite so effective Everton last time out against Paraguay. Here's Alexandro. Foyth did well against Everton. Argentina come away with it. It's Sergio Agüero to Messi. Lautaro Martínez went through the middle, but Messi had to deal with the crowd in his face then. He gets a free kick out of it, and a little face-to-face between Paredes and Coutinho here. Pezzella to Otamendi. Just eludes Acuña, but he might get it second time. And Casemiro was very alert then. On by Artur. Coutinho couldn't collect it, but Foyth did well. Stepping into the right back slot over the last 2 games for Argentina, the youngster from Tottenham. After starting as a centre-back, Pezzella was left out for Foyth's first game. Acuña bedding in on the left for Argentina. So Argentina were forced back in the early stages, but the last few minutes have been much better. And here's Lautaro Martínez. Marquinhos out to him, but they've got to watch this boy, and he does well to get a corner. Better spell for Argentina. Rodrigo de Paul is delegated to take it. He's looking for Messi here. In from de Paul. Easily cleared by Firmino. Twice over. Confidently done by Foyth. Doesn't need to overplay his hand, however. Overconfident, and they might pay for it. Gabriel Jesus goes for it. It's still Gabriel Jesus. And the shot never came. And Foyth's overconfidence really presented it then, and Gabriel Jesus again sees a moment of opportunity passing by. Still to score in open play in a tournament for Brazil. And remember, he's missed a penalty during normal time in this tournament as well. Didn't matter, academic really. In the whitewash against Peru, would have made it 6-0, but still the wait goes on. Casemiro. Dani Alves. Rolled into Artur. Bobby Firmino taken, and well taken by Otamendi, who forcefully came through on his Manchester City clubmate Gabriel Jesus. The Manchester City centre forward can't quite get going. Agüero. Coutinho. That's a nice little trick away from Paredes, but Otamendi was forcefully in again. Dani Alves has it. Leaves a couple behind. Firmino. Brazil go in front. Gabriel Jesus. The wait is over. And they haven't heard a roar like that in these parts in about 5 years. Since the 2014 World Cup. Brazil lead 1-0. Dani Alves so skillful. Brilliant work. And a killer ball, the assist from Firmino. Gabriel Jesus did the rest. If ever a player deserved a goal in that jersey, it's this boy, because he has worked his socks off for the team through this tournament. And his moment comes now. Still a long way to go. First blood to Brazil. Paredes to Tagliafico. Here's Acuña. Pezzella. Try something slightly different, trying to get Acuña going. It's a very difficult ball to deal with. He's packed plenty into this first 20 minutes, hasn't he? Off the field for treatment. Back on it to score. Oh, and Alisson, imperturbable, of course, but from our angle, it looked like Agüero was getting close to him. Crowd love that from Coutinho. All the talk about the memories, of course, from Brazil, the hangover they cannot get rid of following that Germany game here in 2014, but Argentina with that nagging doubt in the back of their minds now after their defeat here more recently in that World Cup qualifier in November of 2016. Since when they've been through 3 coaches. The whole of Argentina, of course, now looks to the man wearing 10 on his back. Here he is. Not quite for Agüero. Not a very good attempt at a clearance by Alexandro. Coolly done by Casemiro and Artur. Dani Alves. Goes again. Extraordinary athlete at the age of 36, Dani Alves. Paredes just rushed it. No arguing about that foul. Scaloni assisted here in Brazil by several former Argentine stars, Pablo Aimar, Roberto Ayala among them, and of course the football operation, overseen now once more by the great Cesar Luis Menotti at the age of 80, brought back to try to set Argentina on a new course. And the relationship between Menotti and Messi, very, very important in getting Messi here and playing. Also, apparently, is on great terms with Aymar. But this is not a good spell for Argentina. Gabriel Jesus. Well, many options then. Acuña. Tagliafico. One argument, Argentina caught between the generations. The Messis and Agüeros on one hand, and the younger players who have done well in this tournament. Foyth, Tagliafico, De Paul, Paredes. No baggage after all the failures of the recent tournaments. Too many failures, World Cups and Copa América. But at the moment, it's shaping up to be yet another disappointment. Just that one shot from a long way out from Paredes. Nothing else, they can't get through. Foul by Casemiro on Martínez. Turning to the side, Casemiro with his own particular brand of muscularity following his suspension. Messi to take the free kick. Alisson comes for it, all too easy. Spun out in the direction of Everton, and he's got to it. Away he goes. Cut off by Foyth. Seeing the spiky side to Phil Coutinho tonight. Coutinho 27 now. Very much in the spotlight here in Brazil. The question asked, if Coutinho doesn't do it in this tournament, when will he ever do it for Brazil? But he has been doing it. Even a sense that the player himself believes he's at the crossroads, not sure of his place in the scheme of things at Barcelona, needing to be seen to be a dominant player in a major tournament like this. Away at Messi again, but Messi at least gets going, finds Agüero, Lautaro Martínez. The block is a good one by Thiago Silva. And Brazil hold firm again. Coutinho gets a free kick. By Firmino to Gabriel Jesus. On we go with Firmino. Messi cannot wriggle free of Casemiro. It is a free kick though, and now the cheers turn to jeers very quickly. Artur calms Casemiro down and does a good job. Coutinho is saying to the referee it should have been he getting a free kick the other way moments before. Agüero might be asking, why exactly are we waiting here, referee? Please. It's Pezzella he's giving the talking to. Hardly seemed a game-changing situation there. Argentina's free kick, Messi, slightly better, off the crossbar, Agüero was denied, Alisson was beaten, and Brazil have just about got away with it. A mighty close thing. Here come Argentina again, Marquinhos gets his head to that one. Held up by Otamendi, Acuña, down by Messi, but straight to Dani Alves. Plays it out rather than sends it long. Artur. On by Gabriel Jesus. Foyth got to it. And Argentina cursed their luck right on the half-hour mark. Messi, Acuña, Argentina ball, but it could so easily have been an Argentina goal. Must have looked like it was on its way in from where teacher stands. Alisson is down now. First little moment of alarm in the entire tournament for this man. Here's the free kick, so much better than the previous one. He can't come for this one. It's a brilliant knock-on by Agüero, and he was that close, and what a story that would have been for Argentina. Level, Messi with the setup, and Agüero that close. What the whole of Argentina has been craving. That's where Alisson got a knock. This may be the one that Coutinho had been complaining about, that previous little clip. Brazil didn't get a free kick, and Argentina did get one from which they very nearly scored. Otamendi. Argentina surely encouraged by that, coming so very close to a level. Agüero, back by Acuña. Dani Alves is still down. Artur filling in at right back. Argentina ball. No arguing that it would hurt. Acuña was the Argentina player involved. The build-up play for the goal by Dani Alves. Roberto Firmino with the perfect assist, and Gabriel Jesus able to steer it home and savour the moment. But Argentina are making a good argument here. Very close from a long way out, Paredes, and then Agüero against the crossbar. Good news for Argentina is that they've not folded up, far from it. Still believing. Tour steers away from Agüero, but Agüero didn't give up on it. Misplaced by Pezzella. Scaloni a bit frustrated by that one. Through that, okay. Dani Alves to the left peg of Alexandro. Alexandro has been very watchful and quite cautious so far tonight. We know he loves to get forward for Juventus. Again, he goes backwards here. Brazil hold on to possession. Now it is Alexandro. Firmino showed for a ball through the middle, it didn't come. Here's Coutinho and he's run off it. Messi gets away from a couple. Lautaro Martínez is in space. Messi was looking for him. Looks for his old compadre Agüero! Great block by Marquinhos. Brilliant. And a bit impetuous thereafter by Alexandro. Flashes that the two 31-year-olds are beginning to have an impact now, on a night when they're so badly needed by Argentina. Martínez may have been better placed, in all honesty. So another chance for Messi from a free kick to test Brazil. He's looking for Agüero again, but Alexandro was there. To go on, Messi. Doing his best to provide the magic, but also the muscle here, the captain. Casemiro. Alexandro. Philippe Coutinho takes over. Everton Through the middle by Casemiro, cut off by Otamendi. Here come Brazil, but it's going to be pulled back by the referee. Had to think about that, Zambrano. It's against Coutinho. Foyth. De Paul looking for Martínez. It's a lovely turn. Excellent work. Messi. Good signs again from Argentina. Messi kept a hold of it and he's found Tagliafico into Sergio Agüero, held off the challenger. Tagliafico misses it. Returned by Otamendi. Acuña scrapping it out again, literally so, with Dani Alves. Unnecessary way to get a yellow card in the heat of battle here for Acuña. He'd got his throw in. Bit fiery is Acuña. 10 yellow cards for Sporting in Portugal last season, and Dani Alves also got one. The blood has cooled a little and now they're all mates again. Agüero, little by little as the half has gone along, signs that Agüero and Messi are becoming more influential. Tagliafico. Agüero. Cleared by Dani Alves. Up to Gabriel Jesus. Otamendi. Artur did well, got to it first. Firmino somehow threaded it up there. And Gabriel Jesus on the halfway line gets a free kick. I think he's won more free kicks than any other player out there so far tonight. Here's Everton. Not much down the Brazil left so far between Alexandro and Everton. Coutinho. Stopped by De Paul, but Brazil still get the free kick. Coutinho again. Alexandro, now he does venture forward. Oh, he's picked up a good ball here. Everton. He kept going and eventually Foyth put it where it could do no damage. But you probably sense the uplift in the crowd when Everton gets the ball on the edge of the box in this Brazil team. They believe he's the jack in the box, if you like, their ace in this tournament. Relatively unknown outside of Brazil before a ball was kicked here. So a spell of Argentina pressure, but now Brazil corner. Casemiro's having the shirt pulled here. Slight deflection on it as Artur tried his luck. Sent long by Armani. All the way through to Alisson. Again, Firmino made the run in behind and he wasn't seen, or at least not used. That was a problem with how Brazil had lined up with Gabriel Jesus wide right earlier in the tournament. But Firmino correcting that tonight, running in behind. Dani Alves swings it in for Firmino. Pezzella just stood his ground. Foyth gets the throw to Powell. Messi to Agüero. Paredes. Acuña. Foyth. Forward move by Powell, found some space, the Udinese man. Now he looks long, but that is going to run all the way through to Alisson. Beautiful by Coutinho. Gets Brazil moving again. So impressive tonight, Coutinho, so far. Dani Alves, Argentina stretched. Otamendi stuck his head on it, but not far clear. Coutinho has it again. And Everton applies the pressure. Approaching 45 minutes, there was that stoppage for the injury to Dani Alves earlier. He's moving well again now, and here's Firmino moving well. And equally so, Otamendi. Very good by Otamendi. Just 2 additional minutes. Argentina might feel they could do with a bit more time. Artur imposing himself on Argentina. Goal kick, I fancy. Competitive debut against Venezuela, and he's not looked back in this Brazil team, Artur. Martínez. Advantage played, and it's Messi who seeks to take advantage. To Agüero. Brazil defending so stoutly, so well organised, that back line at the moment. Otamendi. And look at Gabriel Jesus again working so hard for the team. Artur did that so cleverly. Here goes Everton in a race with Foyth. Foyth very rapid. Did well. Acuña. Paredes. To Powell. Half-time has been reached in Belo Horizonte. And Gabriel Jesus is the man who's put the ball in the net to divide these mighty teams. Argentina are by no means out of it. Sergio Agüero has hit the crossbar from a set piece, perfectly delivered from Messi, and from a long, long way out, Leandro Paredes very nearly caught Alisson out, but Brazil have again defended with great resolution. And when the chance came their way, my, how Gabriel Jesus took it. Brazil lead 1-0 at half-time. So very difficult to separate these sides in any dimension. Brazil just edging it in some. 2 yellows for Argentina in that first half. Tagliafico and Acuña, and Dani Alves for Brazil. So let's review the best of it, and it has been compelling, I'm sure you agree. This Copa America first semi-final. From a long, long way out, this would have lit the touch pair from Paredes. That was whistling over the top of the crossbar. After it being a bright start from Brazil, this is the first shot in anger, literally, from Argentina, not missing by very much. But Brazil, in the main, in the early part of this game, able to carve the chances open. Dani Alves with the build-up play. Firmino, first-time ball in, through Pezzella, into the path of Gabriel Jesus. And with that, the wait ended for Gabriel Jesus. 1-0 to Brazil. And they'd probably been the better team to that point. And an almighty roar greeted this here in Belo Horizonte. Wonderful Dani Alves, cool from Firmino, poised from Gabriel Jesus. But Argentina warmed up again, and Agüero's thumping header back off the crossbar. Alisson was beaten from Messi's free kick. It was that close. Scaloni thought it was going in, and even the rebound might have dropped in, either off the goalkeeper or somebody following up, but it was cleared, importantly, by Brazil. Otamendi was in there hunting for the rebound. And Argentina played some good stuff towards half-time, and Messi really showing his value, determined to make something happen. Turned into a straightforward stop here for Armani, who in fairness has had very little to do apart from pick the ball out of his net. Argentina's goalkeeper. And Argentina are right in the argument here, but at half-time it is Brazil who lead, and an unmissable second half surely coming up. Please rejoin us shortly.
This programme is brought to you by Future Ticketing, proudly sponsoring Copa America on Premier Sports.
Chance of Piontek! Oh, that's wonderful! Napoli at their clinical best! Can they turn it round? They can! It's what champions do!
Live Serie A on Premier Sports.
Check your eligibility for an Aqua credit card without affecting your credit score. We say yes to 5,000 people every week, even when other lenders may have said no. And we could say yes to you too. That's because at Aqua, we know you're more than your credit score. If you're ready to build better credit, why not start today? Check your eligibility at aquacard.co.uk. Representative 35.9% APR variable.
Welcome to a summer where scarves are in season, where haircuts change from week to week, but loyalty lasts a lifetime. Welcome to the party, to the family, to the season's first piece of silverware. Welcome to the show. The season starts now.
To get on the road and over 300,000 people to get the money they need. Start your story today at amigoloans.co.uk.
Here, kitty, kitty. Get money car. Money supermarket.
Yo, Tim, you could save money on your energy without the hassle. With U-Switch, it's the easy play.
Ooh. U-Switch. Switching made simple.
This is the moment, and drills it in!
Peru break the pattern here. The underdogs prevail.
Chile versus Peru. Live Wednesday night on Premier Sports 1. programme is brought to you by Future Ticketing, proudly sponsoring Copa America on Premier Sports.
Welcome back to Belo, everybody. Brazil and Argentina preparing to resume this battle in the first of the Copa America semi-finals. The home fans are happier, but there's not been much in it, and there may be a lot still to write here before we're done. Argentina so close to levelling through Sergio Agüero. After Gabriel Jesus, his clubmate, had put Brazil in front, and Willian is going to start in this second period yet again. The go-to guy off the bench. He never lets them down. He's had some special moments in this tournament once more. And a fresh threat, certainly, for Argentina. Who is not going to resume for Brazil. Paredes, one of the youngsters leading out Argentina for this second half. Paredes with a pile driver himself, which came mighty close to scoring. There were brighter moments for Messi and Agüero, the old guard, the longer that first half went on. So Willian cannot wait to get started. What has he got to do to get a start in this team? But he never lets them down. Looks like Everton has been withdrawn to allow for Willian to start here in the second 45 minutes. Unclear whether there's an injury problem for Everton. So Willian on for this second half. Brazil leading 1-0. Captivating Copa America semi-final it has been so far. Between these ancient rivals. So many pages of glory in both their footballing histories, but so short of trophies in recent times. Coutinho so businesslike tonight, really asserting himself, as the whole of Brazil has been clamouring for him to do. Dani Alves, up to the goal scorer, Gabriel Jesus, into Firmino. Gabriel Jesus took a tumble but got to his feet again. Tagliafico forced back, and it might be a corner here. Scaloni's men dealt well with the corners in the first half. They've done all their homework, of course, and they know that Casemiro is back. Here he comes, and he's such a handful at these set pieces. Got the breakthrough goal against Peru, remember. Generally, from this position, Coutinho just dropped it to the angle of the 6-yard box, and it's that knock-on that creates problems for teams. Let's see how well Argentina do now. Thiago Silva makes his move. It goes further to the back post and Armani was waiting for it. Not quite as effective, that one, by Brazil. Pezzella. Tagliafico. Powell. Otamendi, now 31 himself, the third, if you like, of the old guard who've been through so many disappointments. But the younger brigade for Argentina, they don't have that baggage. That might have been a point reinforced by Scaloni at half-time. Every reason for them still to believe. I don't think there's any argument they've improved as the tournament has gone along. Tagliafico gets forward, Gabriel Jesus cannot stop the cross, and Agüero wasn't far away from it. Agüero again. More comfortable this time, cleared by Casemiro. Otamendi. Pezzella. Fiorentina. Paredes. On by Foyth to the Powell. Nice and tidy in possession. Good early ball to Acuña. And not such a good ball from him. Well, one back by Paredes. Casemiro made a bit of a meal of that. Here comes Sergio Agüero. Argentina looking strong and threatening again. And Alisson gets down comfortably to deny Lautaro Martínez, but it was on target. Brazil cannot let their guard down for a second. Here goes Coutinho to Firmino. Brazil, of course, with home advantage and the weight of results over the last 19 years since we turned into this century. Since 2000, 12 wins for Brazil, 6 for Argentina, 3 draws. That's why Brazil believe. But not quite as tidy in possession in this game as they've been earlier in the tournament, and the half-time stats bore that out. That's the first real chance of the night that's fallen Lautaro Martínez's way. Acuña so combative, but Brazil come away with it. Pezzella stepped in well. Messi got his free kick. Would it be asking too much for him to play in a third and fourth place playoff game at the weekend? Surely, surely. Heartbreak all too often. As I'm sure you're aware, basically 2 retirements before this. Here's Agüero. Messi lays it off. Powell comes onto it and he blazes it over the top, and it's another let-off for Brazil. Agüero made his move, and Lautaro Martínez and Messi linking up superbly, and Powell knows that's a presentable opportunity. So 2 already in this second half for Argentina. Both squandered. 7 shots now to 2. Willian. Not quite as fiery a start to the second half. Willian might be grateful for that compared to the first period. Pezzella was there ahead of Coutinho. It's Marquinhos. Dani Alves tries something slightly different over the top, but Firmino won't get near that one. Difficult spell at the moment for Brazil. Argentina getting in their groove again. Casemiro, Thiago Silva, played it safe then. Might well be Thiago Silva's last major tournament, of course, at 34 now. I know he'll have ambitions of going through to the next World Cup. Might not be on his side. There is, of course, another Copa America next year in 2020. Agüero. Force the issue. Alexandro was waiting for that and did well. Gives it to Coutinho. Everything going through Phil Coutinho tonight. Firmino. Willian waiting for it. Crowd want Willian to take on Foyth. Foul. Got to it. Messi couldn't. Artur. Casemiro, nice little understanding then with Artur. They do work well together, those two midfield players. Alexandro. Back to him by Willian. Mighty roar of Brazil, Brazil. Firmino seen off by Otamendi. About 400 kilometres north of Rio here. Second semi-final tomorrow evening down in Porto Alegre in the south, between Chile and Peru. I suppose from the point of view of Argentina supporters, that might have been an easier destination. Willian is down, but Brazil allowed to carry on with Coutinho. Dani Alves. Gabriel Jesus is looking for room. Found some room. Gave it back to Dani Alves. Does brilliantly Gabriel Jesus to keep it. All the way through to Coutinho. In the end, the pressure was just too much for Coutinho, but try containing Gabriel Jesus here. An impossible task. He wriggles his way in and Coutinho couldn't finish it off. Would have crowned a fine night for Phil Coutinho, and there's a yellow coming here for Foyth. I think it's for the challenge earlier in the move which left Willian down. In the balance completely. This semi-final. Bright start to the second half from Argentina. A couple of presentable opportunities spurned, and Brazil so close to a second. Which way will it go? Here's Messi. One touch too many. Oh, Dani Alves doing a Messi on Argentina. But they have the ball back. Lautaro Martínez. And again he strikes it instantly. It falls to Messi! Oh, he's hit the post. Would you believe it? Would you believe it? Second time it will not go in for Agüero. What have Argentina got to do to score tonight? So close. Here they come again, Tagliafico. It's punched clear by Alisson. It's an absolute eyeballs out confrontation between these South American superpowers, and there is nothing in it. Lautaro Martínez bravely took the shot on, denied by Thiago Silva, and Messi crashes it against the post. And watch what happens here. Sergio Agüero could not get to it. So many near things, particularly for Argentina. Martínez this time. So that's 4 yellows now for Argentina on Alexandro. Looks on a short fuse at the moment, Lautaro Martínez. So it's Argentina who make the first move, and Acuña is going to be replaced here by Angel Di Maria. Here comes another of the old stages for Argentina. It came on against Venezuela at roughly this point, but that was for Martínez. Dani Alves into Roberto Firmino, down the side to Gabriel Jesus, onside. Good from Brazil again. Coutinho looking for Willian. Foyth is the defender. Willian on his left boot somehow hoisted it in the air. It's gone out, unfortunately, for Brazil. By Martínez, but Marquinhos so quick, gets to it first. So on the hour, Brazil still lead. Phil Coutinho might well have doubled it, but from Argentina's point of view, Agüero against the crossbar, Messi against the post, and a couple of other big chances have been missed here by Argentina. They know they're playing well. They're producing a performance tonight, Argentina, but they have to get the ball in the net, or it all ends here. Marquinhos is down. Looks like he's going to have to go off, and the veteran João Miranda is quickly putting the boots on here. Mr. Reliable Marquinhos. Here's an unfortunate twist for Ticha and Brazil. Luis is doing the water boy's job. João Miranda now 34 to replace the number 4, Marquinhos. He went down with an absolute air of resignation here. That's how close Messi came. and how close again Agüero was. Painful viewing for all Argentina supporters. But this is not good for Brazil's, to see Marquinhos going off. Foyth for Argentina. Messi, he's had his pocket picked. Here goes Bobby Firmino. And Otamendi. Otamendi's been outstanding tonight so far. Di Maria. Still Brazil are down to 10. De Paul floated over the top. Di Maria, he's gone wide. It wasn't a good touch. Still gets it to Messi. Oh, what a piece of work by Coutinho to Robin. Return with interest by Pezzella, but now the ball is out, and finally Brazil can get another man out there. And now Marquinhos will leave. João Miranda, huge experience of course, but not a moment of action in this tournament until now, in the biggest game yet. Turns 35 in early September. On by Martínez, he gets it back off Messi. Oh, it's a brilliant reverse by Lautaro Martínez, and Argentina free-flowing again, but yet again they cannot make the breakthrough. The best they get's a free kick. Little trip by Dani Alves. Outside the box, the first offence, clearly. Scaloni wants more than a free kick. The whole weight of Argentina on Leo Messi's shoulders once more. And it's a brilliant, brilliant piece of work by Alisson, so sharp across his line. How anybody could ever question Messi, really. So, yes, he's not been at his best through the tournament. Maybe didn't start that well tonight, but his overall level of contribution, incredible. And this is another card thrown on the table now by Scaloni. Giovanni Lo Celso, who got the second clinching goal last time out against Venezuela. Another of the new generation. Even if it ends here tonight for Argentina, I think we've seen enough to say that Scaloni has blooded players who can take the nation forward. Germán's first touch, keeps it simple, gives it to Casemiro. Otamendi again. Big games like this at top club level, Champions League, Libertadores in South America, the big players play near their best level, and we're seeing that here tonight on both sides. Gabriel Jesus. Seemed to pull up quite sharply there. Too sharp for Di Maria. Two changes made already in this half by Teacher. Wants to know if he's all right. Sandro. Somebody in the Brazil camp seems to have reminded Alexandro, your first job as a left back is to be a defender. Very cautious tonight. Here's Artur. Willian a switch to the right side. Forward by Dani Alves. Fine run by Coutinho. Tight caught between throw or corner here. Off Pezzella. Can certainly put his head on it in the opposing penalty area, the new man, João Miranda. Coutinho, that's the flatter ball we're used to seeing, but Lautaro Martínez did well. A gift by Dani Alves. Di Maria. No way through for Agüero. Casemiro gave it away. Lautaro Martínez to Messi. Sergio Agüero tumbled in the box. Space has opened up here for Brazil. Gabriel Jesus trying to get away from Otamendi. Gabriel Jesus sets it up. It's turned in by Firmino. And Brazil think that could be a winning lead. It's 2-0. Talk about punishing Argentina. Armani was left all alone, Argentina's goalkeeper. Argentina short-handed at the back as they came looking for a goal at the other end. Gabriel Jesus breaks away from Pezzella all too easily. Otamendi all out, couldn't stop him, and Bobby Firmino was Bobby on the spot for Brazil. Role reversal from the first goal. This time it's Gabriel Jesus rolling it across and saying to Firmino, go on, finish that off for me, finish that off for Brazil, just as Firmino did for the first, for Gabriel Jesus. Two-0 to Teacher's men. It might even be said to be against the run of play. It's rough indeed on Argentina. Somebody has said something. Scaloni's protest waved aside. What now? What has Messi got left? What have Argentina got left? They've played so well. Di Maria, brought on to make things happen, and he has to make something big happen now. Casemiro rather enjoyed that. Brazil cannot start to enjoy themselves just yet, though. The younger players in this Argentina side will not quit. Lo Celso, Foyth. Also trying to do a bit of a Coutinho, but Coutinho was actually the man who made the tackle. And then he invited Pezzella to foul in. Second time, Lautaro Martínez. Martínez is just beginning to get completely overheated here. On a yellow card, remember, and he's living dangerously now. Alisson comes out to remind all the Brazilian players to stay cool. Pezzella's foul was clear on Coutinho. Arguably the referee might have jumped in more quickly. He's keen to let it flow where possible. And now the yellow is for Scaloni. And Argentina are beginning to show signs of self-combusting here. Silva telling Firmino to calm down. Easier said than done. Foyth in trouble, Gabriel Jesus. On by Otamendi. Di Maria, Willian scurrying across to him. Horrible feeling, that bitter taste building at the moment. Agüero gets onto the bits and pieces on the edge of the box, but nothing doing for Agüero tonight. The arm of Lautaro Martínez, certainly, but whether that was enough to stop it or not is another question, and it looks like it's an Argentina free kick. tonight, and he might be needed again. Messi find more, as Argentina so desperately need here. Almost identical position. Dani Alves is doing some auxiliary walk behind the wall. This time it's only a corner. And they celebrate it like they've scored a goal at the other end, the Brazilian fans. Paredes to take it. Di Maria, nothing doing. Brazil's defending has been outstanding, I must say. Although Argentina have come close on many occasions, bottom line is they're yet to concede, and Alisson, behind this defence, has kept everything out so far. Looks like Gabriel Jesus is down. Did seem to pull up quite sharply, maybe, 10 minutes ago at the other end in the corner. Teacher actually had a word with him to find out if he was okay. They're not going to take any risks with him. He's not particularly walking freely, still less running. But what a mighty contribution he has made throughout the tournament. At last getting the goal he so richly deserves. It's a fairly defensive move. Alan, extra midfield man. Signal was quite clear. 4-3-3 we play now. We're leading 2-0, and Argentina have got 10 minutes plus stoppages to find 2 goals. Alan did play last time out in the quarter-final against Paraguay, with Casemiro suspended. Argentina keep on attempting to open this Brazil back line up. Against the defence this good, when the chances come, you have to take them, and they've not been able to do that. Martínez, Foyth, Messi, Tagliafico. Di Maria, nice and tidy yet again, Argentina, but that little break in the box, time and time again, goes against them. Brazil would say it's good play by them. Willian now's got a problem. He looks in trouble. Big trouble, he's down. Well, this, if it is a victory for Brazil tonight, it's coming at a cost, with a potential final in mind. Willian wobbled his way back onto the field quite knowingly. That's the point Agüero and Di Maria are making. Sorry to see you hurt, old boy, but you could easily go and get treatment on the side of the pitch, and that's what he's now been told by the referee. Di Maria in behind him for a moment. As yet again the ball eludes Agüero in front of goal. "82 minutes on the clock, and I hope I'm not tempting fate, but this referee has managed his way through this game expertly. There's a tackle in the box. Ball is still alive for Lo Celso. Foyth. Willian wants to resume. He looks okay to do that, but he's down to 10 Brazil. Foyth's attempted shot blocked away by Alexandro. Lo Celso to the back post. Di Maria comes onto it. It's another corner off Dani Alves. Still an uneasy sense that Brazil cannot relax here at 2-0 up. Not moving freely at all, Willian, but he's back out there. Messi takes it. Brazil look to break. They can't do that. Paulo Dybala's going to come on for Argentina. Man down in the box at the other end, Argentina player. It's Otamendi. Well, I can see why he's down. Artur shouldered him. Now, if the VAR is looking at that, do Argentina have a case here? Has been tinkering meantime ever since he came on. Now there is obviously going to be a check on that incident. The change brings Dybala on and the game goes on. Tagliafico sacrificed. It's going to be all-out attack from Argentina. I suppose one way of looking at it, although time is so very short, is that it gives Dybala and Lo Celso the chance to become immortal, really, if they could manufacture a comeback now, Argentina. Done by Casemiro. Firmino. The other way, I think. What a bitter, bitter feeling it must be in the pit of the stomach of all Argentina fans now. Firmino, fleet-footed, into the box he goes and over he goes. Nothing doing. For Argentina, 4 Copa America finals defeat in the last 5 tournaments, and now surely the best they can hope for is 3rd or 4th. The game is slipping away from them, and that all too familiar feeling resumes. Made worse for them tonight, but here we are with Brazil turning it on. Dani Alves. Brazil have a corner. And again I say, tonight Armani so far has had very little to do, Argentina's goalkeeper, but the cutting edge when it counted was provided by Brazil. They have taken the chances that have come their way. Argentina with more shots, certainly. And if, as we think now, it is a defeat tonight, I don't know whether it will make them feel much better, but they can say we did play well. Celso strong-armed out of the way. Quick restart by Dybala, but they're not even in opposition territory yet. The hope going forward for Argentina surely is that in this tournament Scaloni has brought on so many younger players who have acquitted themselves well. Foyth, nice switch by him. Threads it through. Lo Celso shot is blocked. Alisson trying to prevent the corner. He can't do that. And still Argentina have little glimmers of hope. Quick restart. It has to be. Messi. Di Maria. Looking for Messi, but that was all too easy for Thiago Silva, and Lo Celso cannot get turned. The ageless Dani Alves goes away with it, looks for a free kick, and he gets one. Into the first of 4 minutes. 4 minutes is not very long to score 2 goals. Once more I say it. Paredes, Lautaro, Martínez, Lo Celso, and in little glimpses Dybala, we know his ability level. Foyth, Tagliafico, and Powell, the young players, new players for Argentina, who have certainly looked at home at this level, and that is the hope. And remember, another Copa America in 2020, which they will co-host. Maybe that will be their moment to try to get a payback at last against Brazil and all the rest. Martínez goes again, tries to get Agüero going again, but João Miranda, in a race of the 30-somethings, wins it. Alexandro to Artur. The Olays are growing mightier and mightier now. It's ending perfectly for Brazil, this. Dani Alves' ball in, and Coutinho was very nearly on it. Foyth turns it to safety. spent a lot of the time hobbling around here, William. Obvious discomfort. So, the big theme, I guess, for Thursday, Friday, Saturday here in Brazil will be whether Willian and or Gabriel Jesus are going to be fit for the final. Coutinho denied again. Agüero still raging against the dying of the light. Great player though he is, it ends in such frustrating fashion here. And maybe ends forever for him, we don't know. But then again, Dani Alves at 35 can keep going, and he's been magnificent tonight. Maybe Messi and Agüero will look at that and think, well, if he can do it, we can. We have to ask the question whether these are the final moments that we'll see Leo Messi wearing an Argentina jersey. 2 retirements later, remember. This one ends in yet more disappointment. It's impossible to understand how a player of his greatness can have been confounded so often playing for his country. But it's happening again. Same story for Agüero again. They've been all the way through together from the World Cup winning under-20 team in the mid-2000s. It's all over. And is it all over now for Leo Messi and Sergio Agüero? Another South American classic, and Brazil are in the 2019 Copa América final. It must hurt like crazy for Argentina because they've played so well. No shame in their performance tonight. Messi did his best, as he always does. Agüero did his best, and the young generation showed they could become a real force. But it is just not to be. Argentina fans rightly proud of their team tonight. Lautaro, Martínez and the youngsters will certainly come again, but they just could not score. They had the chances tonight, but it is Brazil who see off their greatest rivals to reach the Copa América final. A showdown which leaves its mark both ways. For Messi, Agüero and the rest, certainly it'll take an awfully long time yet again to get over a major defeat as the barren years stretch out. But for Brazil, a sweet victory marred by some troubling injury question marks for the final. They'll think about that in the morning, but tonight this is the win to savour to set them on the road to Rio and their proper home stadium in the Maracanã for Sunday's final, and the chance finally to bring a major trophy back here to Brazil. The result, Brazil 2, Argentina 0.